crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people.
Hey there, this is Malorian, and this is going to be another War Machine Wednesday battle report. And this time, we are going to be having on this side Dorian bring out his minions this time, trying out Calaban, and he's got the Blind Walker there, and the Sacre Vault, and a couple of cool stuff. So, interesting, you know he even played minions. Otherwise, on my side, I'm trying something new too, and I'm doing a Stryker3 infantry list. There's a whole bunch of dudes with a whole bunch of melee. Don't like the Sacre Vault, but yeah, it's going to be kind of interesting. I kind of sped painted Stryker3 to be ready for this, and I won the initiative here, and even though normally I take first because I want to jam or I'm a shooting list, this was kind of weird because I can't really jam that well because of the Sacre Vault, and I don't really have any guns other than like Stryker3's little pew pew. So I thought, well, if nothing else, I want to get up the board. Both sides of the terrain were bad for me anyway. So really on this turn, I put Fury up on Old Rowdy, and I put Escort on myself to make Old Rowdy faster. And with that +3 strength basically from the Fury, I'm going to need him to destroy that Sacre Vault. Because really, the only thing I have that can attack the Sacre Vault is going to be either Old Rowdy or Stryker3, and I would rather not put Stryker3 way up there. So otherwise, on his turn, he's going to get some free little corpses or souls on his Sacre Vault. So now it has a little aura going around it, so within 2 inches, I'll automatically take a point of damage. And then otherwise, things are kind of running up. Posse on the bottom getting zombified. He's passing around some, you know, spiky growth and stuff, but nothing really major. So on my turn, I really want to get up there. I'm going to be going more for a scenario play, going for the close flag. So to do that, I need to get into his face. Plus, I know he can kick my butt, so I'm going to feed him some of my guys, knowing I'm going to kill all my Sword Knights, and then come back, pop feet, and come for him after. So that's what the Sword Knights are really for, and there's a couple of Precursor Knights up there. I'm assuming he's going to be slaughtering all of them, and then I'm going to pop feet and kill a lot of stuff. Now on the bottom, there's this posse down here, and I just don't want them even being part of the battle, so I kind of throw down these guys here so they come down to this side of the building, and if they stay out of the main fight, that's even better. Otherwise, Stryker3, he went and upkept both spells, he's on the flag, Rowdy's there to kind of come back, and that's my turn 2. So going on to turn 2 minions now, I knew this was going to be one of his big turns coming at me. He starts off the Sacre Vault shooting, only rolls 1 shot, but shoots down 1 guy, so why not? Otherwise now, he's trying to figure out what's the best way to try and attack me here, and the first thing he decides to do is run up this Feral Geist. The model's broken, so there's only the bottom half, but it runs up and through so it can actually contest, so I won't be scoring on his turn. I use that with Rowdy to countercharge. I can't hurt it at all, but at least now I'm a little bit closer with Rowdy, a little bit more threatening. Past that now, he's going to be coming up here with Calaban, and he's going to be popping the feat. Now, the feat's really cool, because what it allows you to do is that when a model is destroyed by one of his attacks during his own, like in his control area, he gets a free Fury. So he gets to cast lots of things, plus he can cast out of activation. So what he's doing to me right now is a bunch of Bone Shakers, where he's going to cast on one guy, kill me, basically, but then I'll move over and hit and try and kill another of my guys before I go away. He also shot me with his little gun. That's going to be the one with the little blue marker by him. And that guy also turns into an arc node and doesn't disappear to the end of the turn. But because I was a little bit more careful and put him to the side, he didn't get to see anything. Otherwise, the Blind Walker puts up its Animus. It goes after those 2 guys and fails to kill them. So now he has an engaged arc node you have to deal with. Otherwise, there's a posse on the top. It's going to be killing a bunch of guys. And again, you're seeing from the feat that just keeps on feeding up Calaban, getting a bunch of guys. And now, to try and get a little bit more from this feat, he needs to free up that arc node. So otherwise now, he's going to be coming into the posse, and they need to try and kill off that guy. So they have to go for Pathfinder because of how they're in the trees to start. And now he's going to be able to kill off the last guy off his arc node. And now he actually goes through with a Hex Blast. So my guys were a little bit too close together, and I thought, well, a Hex Blast, he needs like 9s to kill me, but he uses a lot of that stuff to boost, and all of a sudden I've lost like 4 of those guys when I didn't really plan on that. I was really like licking my lips, waiting to charge with them into the Blind Walker, and now that I have like 4 less guys, that's not really the best. So that's his turn. I took my lickings, but now it's my turn to try and come back. Old Rowdy is in range to get into the Sacre Vault, so that's going to be awesome. I don't even need Escort, so let that drop. Plus, I want to have the Fury, the Focus rather, to put the Fury onto the Storm Guard after, so I get a little bit more punch. So, a little bit of order of activation stuff. The last two Sword Knights had to get out of the way. Now Old Rowdy is going to be going after him. Now I'm going to take 1 point of damage because I enter his aura. Plus he has spiky growth up, so I'm going to be getting hurt here from that. But hey, I'm also POW 21 with Fury on, so I'm going to keep on fighting on through this, and at the end of the day, I'm going to take down the Sacre Vault. So that's major, that's exactly what I need. I kind of also place myself on the other side of the forest, so hopefully it'll be hard for the Wrestler to get to me. I don't know if I did it far enough, but now I went with Stryker. He actually has a magical gun, so he shot the Feral Geist, got rid of that guy. That was kind of cool. Put Fury onto the Storm Guard. The Storm Guard are going to charge in now under feet. Now with the feet for Stryker, I automatically hit charge attacks and get a bonus additional dice of damage. So these guys are just hitting really, really hard, automatically hitting. Their POW 12s go to POW 15s, and then I'm rolling 4 dice damage. So they just really killed that Blind Walker. You know, it also had the spike of growth on it, but it did not matter. Otherwise, now making some charges at the top, and I'm going to be killing off a bunch of this posse. All 4 models up there are going to die, and the only one that survived was the one by Rowdy, so that unit's pretty much devastated, and I'm pretty much all over on the top. The Forge Guard just need to kind of get in the way and be up there. I'm assuming he's going to be going after Old Rowdy, and then otherwise I'll then counter and kill his Wrestler. But yeah, they're just kind of waiting around, and at the bottom the Stormblades kill off a few more posse, and that's my turn, and I'll score 1 for dominating my flag. So that was a pretty good turn. He can come back and do a little bit more to me, but honestly that was a pretty devastating turn. So what he's probably going to be looking for now is assassination. Of course, Old Rowdy has to die, so that's the first thing he's going to go with here, is that he's going to come after me here with Calaban, do a little hit, and then put Parasite on me. So that's going to drop my armor by 3, and that's going to be just what he needs to try and take off Old Rowdy. So after some attacks here, you know, now I'm just down to armor 17, attacks with the 1 Gator there, and really starts doing a lot of damage to me. I believe I'm going to end up with only 6 boxes left. But now we're trying to figure out this Wrestler, because when I was eyeing it, I was like, I'm pretty sure he can't make it. It's about 3 inches to the edge of the forest, and then past that, he'd only have, what, another 2.5 inches he can move. And because he has to go between those models, I don't think there's room, but we'll have to find out. So the other posse, the green posse, killed more guys. The Shamblers, they're kind of getting out of the way, and also cranked some dice. I believe the Shamblers alone killed like 3 models, so way to go for them. They're doing some work. Otherwise, now he's going to be going with the Wrestler, and so this will be more important to figure out that distance. So I go over and I put it in the proxy base and I start measuring, and there's just no way. I mean, he's probably going to be about like 1.5 centimeters. So, okay, we're dealing with 1/2 inches here, but it's probably going to be like 3/4 of an inch out by the way it works. So, failed charge, not good for him, but in the end, it probably wasn't going to be the biggest thing anyway. So I'm going to be scoring another turn, or another point during his turn. So it's 2-0 now, and now this is where I really want to do a lot of damage. So I upkeep Fury so that the Storm Guard can do some damage. Then I'm going to be going with Stryker, and he's going to be doing a shot to try and clear out these Shamblers, because I need to get a charge onto that Bokur just to get rid of that guy. So I shoot 1, Arcane Bolt another, otherwise I put Fury onto the Forge Guard now, and then I'm on the flag so I can be scoring another one to go to 3-0. And now it's really more just Old Rowdy doing a little punches, having a little bit of fun. At the top here, now I'm going to be going to Shield Guard. Shield Wall rather, with my Precursor Knights. They're going to start killing some guys. Now the Storm Blades are going to go, and I'm going to get 2 of them onto the Bokur, but it doesn't matter because the first one just like cranks damage, and so that's going to kill a Bokur there, so that's fantastic. Otherwise, kill off a bunch more of the Shamblers at the top. Basically, the top of the board is just all me right now. Now the Forge Guard are going to go, and I'm just hoping to soften up the one, you can't say the name, the Wrestler, there you go. And they're Weapon Masters, so they're going up to, with Fury, a POW 14 with 4 dice damage. And after I start doing these, and I knock him down partway through, yeah, I'm also going to kill the Wrestler. So this is really, really devastating. At the bottom here, going after some more guys. You don't do very much, but at this point, it's 3-0. I have guys all over the board. He really needs to go for the assassination, and I'm only camping one. I mean, that's one way where Stryker3 normally dies, is because even though he has some pretty good stats, 15, 16, he usually uses up a lot of his fury, and then he has that large base he can't really hide. So he goes for that magical assassination, but he boosts to hit the first spell and misses. So that was pretty much the death of it there. He hits me with the second one, does some good amount of damage there, but clearly now I'm going to live. He's going to do some extra damage, and now I just get to come back, and I just go up to 4 on his turn. I don't need to do anything, but I decide, you know what, let's be a man. I'm just going to attack his guy here. I'm going to try and soften him up first with the old rowdy, who's just going to do a big tremor and knock him down. Then I was going to charge into the forge guard to try and just weaken him so that Stryker can go in. But yeah, they killed him right there. So forge guard, guy puts a big hammer into Calaban's head, and that's going to be the game. So the game just ended on an assassination. So Dorian, what were your thoughts on the game?
I need to play Gators more. I think I did fairly well. Considering that I just couldn't deal with the bulk of troops. I mean, I killed off 30-some guys, but that means it really doesn't matter when there's 60-some guys coming at you.
My tray of death is fairly full. I mean, like, I think this is a good one for Calaban, where, I mean, like, your bone, what is it, bone cruncher, or what's it called? Bone shaker.
Bone
That's
shaker.
it. Like, your bone shaker can do a lot of work. I was almost wondering if it was best just to try and, like, hold off. And instead of like getting in there with the gators, like trying to hold me off with the shambers, was like shaker, 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 and just try and kill off everything. But you're right. I think there's just like too many guys, and once they get to the juicy stuff, then it's a lot of trouble.
That, and I also might have tried to play for assassination. I was close enough up that if I just really pushed to clear off a spot right there for Calaban to go, I could have feeded, had all my guys kill stuff, and then just kind of keep throwing spells that.
Oh, that's, yeah, sure. You can keep on doing those bone shakers. That's for sure, yeah. I mean, probably the hardest part there is needing to roll that 8 to hit. But past that, you know, if you can find a way to knock me down or something like that, you can definitely kill me with bone shakers. I mean, when Stryker3 loses, it's usually because he dies.
Yeah.
Big base. I mean, like, the stats aren't bad. Like, you know, stats being 15, 16, but when he likes to spend everything.
Yeah, 15 on a... It's just so massive. Jeez, on a big base caster. So I'm used to them being like 10.
Yeah. Oh, like a little dodgy horse. Look at me, I'm all nimble.
It is true.
Was it nice to come back to minions, though?
Oh yeah, no, I love minions. It's a fun faction.
Going into, here's another one. I was wondering if you'd ever want to do like your own scenario play over here. Was that kind of an idea?
It was until I decided that I was going to go kill stuff there. Then I was like, okay, well I can just charge them over to there and be in range and then just try to throw stuff. Probably would have been better than if I consolidated all my stuff and just went for scenario and then just used my stuff to kind of halt your advance into me. That would have been something I would have had to probably play at the very beginning.
Yeah, I mean, there was that one point too here where the Rasser failed killing him. So I mean, that could have been pretty nice. I think either way, like I actually thought when I did this that the Rasser probably would get to me, and then I thought it was the Forge Guard was going to kill him off. But at that point, I think it was pretty much over, right? Even if he doesn't knock you down, I just need to get things in the way and keep on going for scenario.
Yeah, no, when didn't get the assassination off on those 2 rolls, probably should have dropped Parasite.
Oh, just so you'd have more for the magical assassination? Yeah. Might as well. I mean, when you miss one, then it was pretty much over anyway. Yeah. But yeah, if you could have got like double boosted or something, that would have been pretty big. So, all right, well, thanks for playing, and for those watching, thanks for watching. Bye. Hey there, if you liked watching this video, please go down and give it a like down below you here. And if you have any concerns or questions or comments, please put those in the comment section as well. You know, the best way for me to give you what you want to see is if you tell me what you like seeing and what you don't like seeing. So otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.